you guys, so today we are looking at this, which is the Rocketman. Yes, the Rocketman is reviewing the Rocketman and not Elton John. Just trust me, you Google Rocketman, you get Elton John a lot. Anyway, this is kind of a figure I've wanted for a very long time. The Rocketman, the King of the Rocketmen, let's show the back here. King of the Rocketmen was shown on British TV, I think at 6 o'clock. I think it was during school holidays, but it was definitely on at 6 o'clock weekdays. And they showed all 12 parts of it. They also showed Zorro. They had a Sherlock Holmes season. They showed black and white films and things like that for a while. They even did Doctor Who. Anyway. And King of the Rocketmen was one of my all-time favourites. I think it was probably during the school holidays or something like that. But 6 o'clock, BBC One had the BBC News, and BBC Two had the Rocketman on it. And I love this. And this is kind of what my channel is. I know my logo and everything is the Rocketeer. My good friend Lucan Monk did the logo for me, and he did the Rocketeer. And I love it to bits. This is the Rocketman. I understand that. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll do that. Bullet Pictures' iconic flying suit first appeared in the 1949 12-chapter serial King of the Rocketmen, featuring Tris Coffin as two-fisted rocket propulsion expert Jeff King. I didn't realise that until very recently, that King of the Rocketmen, he's not the king as in wears a crown, he's King, Jeff King of the Rocketmen. And that was a really cool sort of way of doing a title. In the 1952, the rocket-powered Avenger soared into action in 2 subsequent serials, Radar Man from the Moon with George Wallace as Commander Cody, and later that year featuring Judd Haldern as Larry Martin in Zombies of the Stratosphere. Haldern also appeared in a now masked hero in a 12-episode theatrical television release entitled Commander Cody, Sky Marshal of the Universe. Finally, in 2004, amateur filmmaker Gary Hughes produced a homage to the film Suit serial characters in the 30-second Doom. So yeah, so there are all the different people, the different heads. I'm not sure which one's which. I know that is Jeff King. I know that's that one, and I know that that's the last one. I'm not sure about the ones in between. That's obviously just any of them. But if you guys can tell me that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell me in the comments underneath which one's which. It will really help. Yeah. 27 points of articulation: fists, open hand, trigger hand, rocket pack, pistol, helmet, 4 unmasked heads. Cool. Right. As I say, that is artwork from the movies on that side. Him in front. Here a series. Again, I think that is also artwork from, or it could be looking at the base there, it could be a 1/6 figure that they've just taken a really good picture of. So yeah. Anyway, let's get this guy. Let's get him out of the box. The sort of art card, actually, it is printed on the inside of the box. It's not a card you can take out, but it's like a flame effect, smoke effect kind of thing. That was kind of cool. Right, let's have a look at the figure. So we have the stand, which has moved from there, the pack, his pistol, the heads, one of which is facing the wrong way. Yeah, 2 pistol hands and 2 open palm hands and the fist hands. It's looking good so far. Right, that comes off. No sellotape, that's always good. So yeah, we have a stand with 3 pegs, which is nice. Loose collector on the back there. We shall take the figure out with that there. So there he is. Peg in the back there. The way that's been posed. I need a toilet. I need a wee. Oh. So let's just move those hands a little bit. Does it move outwards? Yes, it does. There we go. I'm trying to move it very carefully. You know, it's like when you get these figures out of the box. And this is one I would not like to break. The head swivels. Obviously that's gonna... Oh, that's removable. Right, so that's how you remove it. There's no... None of these heads are going to be underneath the helmet. Because that was always the thing. I don't know if you remember as a kid when you used to get these characters with helmets. Like, I had an Iron Man. And it was so bulky because once you've attached the armour to a figure like this, it made it a lot squarer. But, there we go. That is the helmet, which looks pretty cool. All the fastenings and things on the side there. It's got 2 written on the inside. Right, I'm going to pop that back on. So on his chest unit there he is. I always love the fact that he had up and down. That was his controls. At least the Rocketeer had 2 buttons. He's got switches. Little pack there. Little hole there. I'm presuming the pistol or something is going to plug into that. If it is a hole, or is it just a... No, it's just a circle. Stripy pants. Guess they were popular back in the day. And a nice pair of brogues. Yeah, it's looking good so far. There is the hole on the back. Let's see if we can get my stand. There we go. Let's get the pack out. So the backpack, the rocket pack, is again pretty cool. 2 tubes, the block in the middle. It is solid, and it has kind of, as you can see there, it's got a slight shape to it, so it won't swivel around. It has got a really big peg on it, and I think once this is on, it's going to be on. Alright, there we go. I'm going to leave it at that point because I don't want to push it too much. Oh, there is swivel there. Right, so let me... He needs to straighten his feet. There we go. You all got worried then, didn't you? Because I did. Right. I think I need to warm the figure up. He's very stiff at the minute, so I'm just going to go hit him with warm water, hairdryer, or something like that, and just warm his joints up. Get him loose. Much better now. All the joints are far more manoeuvrable. So yeah, you are going to be able to move them around. Most action figures are like that. So articulation wise, obviously head, not a lot of tilt back, which is okay. Didn't really look that far up anyway in the original series. That is, I guess that's just going to pop off every time now. But you can see the usual amount of manoeuvrability there. Swivel in the bicep. Quite a nice, and it is pinless as well, which is good. But yeah, you have a nice amount of manoeuvrability in the elbows, wrist, and also has pivot in it as well. We have tilt forward, tilt back, which is going to make, if you do it to his tush there like that, it's going to make the helmet look a little bit more like he's looking forward. Swivel in that section there. This is a little rubber sort of skirty bit, so you do get manoeuvrability. There is a swivel on his thigh area there, which is useful. The knees, pretty good. Not quite a butt kicker, but you do get a nice amount of manoeuvrability in it. So you are going to be able to pose him in quite action-packed style. Let's see. I think the base is going to be definitely required for this guy. He's got some nice big peg holes in his boots. Let's see if we can get him. Is there a... Oh, they really don't want to go in there. Right. Oh, that one does. Anyway, I'll mess about with that as well. Yeah, he does. Once you get his feet right, he does actually look quite good when he's stood quite straight like that. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. Accessories wise, we have the pistol, which is your typical sort of ray gun kind of thing. Nice amount of silver on there. Pretty cool looking. And the other heads, I'm guessing that's the Commander Cody one. We have that, which is a bit of a Tony Stark. There's a little goatee there. We have the clean shaved. That reminds me of somebody, and I can't think who it is. A modern actor. And that one, which is definitely also a Tony Stark. That was the coffin guy. Tris Coffin. I think that's his head. So we'll use that one. We'll just see what it looks like with that on. Here's a ball joint. Right, give me a sec. So that's him with that on. So you would obviously hold your hands holding the helmet. But we're not really going to ever have him. I don't know. Would you have him with that? Nah, it's got to be. He's got to be King of the Rocketmen, or the Rocketman, all the time. Right, let's have a look at the hands. There we go. Right, we have the two pistol holding hands, which are pretty much the same, just obviously different sides, and the open palms, which are also same both sides. Yeah. So that's, yeah, a nice set of accessories for a nice figure. It wasn't the cheapest figure I've ever bought, I'll admit, but I needed this guy in my collection. I need a Zorro, I'd like a Sherlock Holmes, I'd like a Basil Rathbone Sherlock Holmes as well, and Dr. Watson. It's going to kick itself out a little bit because of the neck joint, but he always used to fly really kind of like that. It's kind of weird. I watched the series. I have it on DVD. I've had it for years on DVD. You can find it on YouTube now. The version I've got is in German. Swap the hand. And it's a German version of the DVD, which does play English, don't get me wrong, but all the menus and things are in German. That was really going to bug me, but anyway. There we go. Not too bad. Yeah. That hand is not really holding that gun straight. Yeah. Yeah, so watching it the other day, I was like watching it as though it was the first time I watched it, and I love watching it. I love it to bits. It's such a great style. But yeah, it was of its time. It was, after all, 1949, which is a long time ago. But yeah, what do you guys think of this then? How many of you out there actually know who this guy is? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How there's a whole generation out there that will never have seen characters like this. And here he is with kind of some of the pulp team. I'm rearranging the room, probably more than I want to, but anyway. And I'm thinking kind of like, I have an extra Phantom, so he's probably going to go on a shelf with these guys. These are like, to me, pulp heroes. I know a lot of people would say Indiana Jones is one thing, but he was in this universe with these guys. So, Rocketeer, definitely a favourite, and definitely influenced by him. So yeah, I love this era. I love this genre. It was a time when there was more adventure in the world. Does that make sense? We've come very caged and very boring these days. People used to imagine you could have a jetpack. Now you'd just be looked at as though you were silly. Anyway, yeah, just out of interest, he does come in at oh, about 17 centimetres, or about 6.5 inches. So yeah, he's a decent size, and he's definitely going on the shelf with these guys. I'm looking over there at the shelf. I can't wait to get these guys together. So I'm going to wind this video up. If you have enjoyed this video, which I really hope you have, please, please, please like, share, comment, all that stuff down there. It really, really helps the channel. The channel is growing, but it needs more. I want to get to that 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. It would be lovely. That would be the biggest Christmas present you guys could give me. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. See you next time. This is the bit where I have to jump out of the car that's going to go off the cliff, but the car goes off the cliff with me in it, and so you tune into the next video, and in the next video, just as the car goes off the cliff, I jump out. Yeah. Oh, it's just really irritating me.